Well, that was hugely successful. I managed to cut us off. So yeah, sorry, we are live. Let me invite in Cinzia. Hello guys, sorry I cut us off. I did do a bit of an introduction. Hello. So I Carli Adbi. I am a photographer. I'm live this morning on the Photojournalism Hub account. We're going to have a really quick chat with Cinzia, the amazing founder of Photojournalism Hub. We're just going to be taking you through a couple of the awesome things we've got going on at the moment, and there's quite a lot going on, so we felt it was time to reintroduce you to everything. We've obviously got the 5th edition of Photojournalism Nights, which is coming up, this time streamed over Zoom for you to get involved in, ask all your questions. We've got some amazing photographers, and also the call for injustices and equalities and how you can get involved with that, and also the follow-up campaign we've got associated. So if you just give me a second, I will try not to cut us off this time, and I will invite Cinzia to the chat. Let's see how... Cinzia, if you are there, please join. Okay, I'm just waiting for her to join. Let me just send her a quick message. 2 seconds. As you can tell, I'm a pro at this. Okay, let's see if she's there. Hello, Cinzia, are you there? Anyway, what we are going to be doing essentially is, updating you all on all of the different posts. We've had lots of different posts going on at the moment, lots of different, telling you lots of different news. We would obviously normally have our live mini talks. These are not going on today, but they're going to happen on Monday instead. So really excited about that. That's actually a continuation from the woman from Suzanne Plunkett who spoke to us from Woman Photograph. There's an amazing woman called Jamila who is from UK, who founded a UK Black photographers group for Black female photographers. And so we're going to be talking to her on Monday. But anyway, Cinzia is here. So, Cinzia, I am inviting you to a conversation. And as I said, guys, open for questions. Please do feel free to ask anything you want, either in the comments, drop us a DM, whatever. And we will be talking about, one, the Photojournalism Nights live events on stream, on Zoom, which is coming up on the 28th of this month, and also the injustices and equalities call that we have at the moment, which is an ongoing call right through to autumn, where you guys can get involved in the conversation. You can talk to us about the injustices and equalities that are occurring right now, and that have become really prevalent during COVID. Sending us in your photographs, and all of those are who are selected. It ends in a really amazing event in autumn. So I just think there's so much going on. We want to try and kind of give you guys a bit more information about that. So yes, I'm just trying to connect in with Cinzia now, having a bit of trouble getting her on, but we are here, so bear with us, guys. I can see you all. Hello, Fast Phil and Laura. Bear with. We are getting there. I think it's maybe a problem with the connection or something, but we're getting there, so fear not. And we will be with you chatting to the founder of the Photojournalism Hub all things Photojournalism Hub, really. So yeah, if you've got any questions now, get them in, get them ready, so that we can answer them for you. Yeah, that would be really great. Just waiting for Cinzia to accept. Are you there, Cinzia? I'm just waiting for you to accept my invitation. I think she might be having a few technical issues. She's having trouble joining. Here. I always fail with this technical business, honestly. You'd think I'd be like better at this.
Hey.
Hello! So
yes,
honestly,
I
like,
know.
I was requesting you like so much. Honestly, you think I'd be bad at this technical, all these communications. But thank you to everyone for waiting so patiently.
Yeah, thank you to everyone. I think I was there, but somehow.
Especially as I actually cut everyone off the first time as well. So I went live and then suddenly had a panic that I was on the wrong account. So anyway, I was just saying, you are the wonderful founder of the Photojournalism Hub, and I was kind of updating everyone saying that we were going to reintroduce them to and just kind of draw a bit of attention to some of the stuff that we've been talking about on Instagram at the moment and over on the blog and the website. So the Photojournalism Nights and the Injustices and Equalities call. So what would you like to start with?
Let's start with the Photojournalism Night, since it's very imminent.
I know, it's on the 28th of July, which is next Tuesday.
I think Wednesday.
Wednesday,
if I'm correct.
Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday. Okay, so it's next Wednesday. It's streamed over Zoom. It's obviously something that would normally happen like at a gallery or something. Can we get everyone together? So obviously that's a shame, but you know, times and all. So yeah, it's going to happen over Zoom. And yeah, just for anyone that doesn't know about it, or for even those that do, can you give us a bit of background, and then maybe we can talk about the photographers as well, because I know that the photographers that you've managed to arrange to come in and speak are amazing. So I think everybody, like I've already seen some really positive comments come in about those people. So yeah, go for it. Let us know.
Oh, thank you. Well, the Photojournalism Nights really ties in with the Photojournalism Hub and overall, because it promotes, you know, it's born with the idea of promoting high quality photojournalism, and actually have a celebratory evening, like full of photojournalism, and have engagement with the audience and the public, and to have the conversations around social justice issues. Yes, the good point before, we used to hold it in a gallery. The format right now is totally different. It's live streamed on Zoom. However, the engagement and you know, the actual celebration and promotion of the photojournalism itself has been really just as good as before. It's just really amazing evening. Yeah, we do have we always had really great photographers, I have to say, but this coming week we have Marco Longari, who is the chief photographer for AFP in Africa, and so with enormous you know, experiences, and I think it's going to be really a great opportunity for everyone to be to ask any questions around his work. He's been doing lots of work around in South Africa during the pandemic, so he probably would be sharing that. Yes, he will be sharing this work, but as well as, I think anyone is interested in asking questions around press or anything like that, he's really a master.
He's experienced at that. It gives people the opportunity to not only ask about, you know, current work and actually the stuff he's been working on, but equally kind of ask his advice. Kind of, this is a great opportunity, I think, for people to pick professionals' brains and kind of go, how did you, even if it's not you know, so direct. It's kind of like, well, how did he get there? How does he build his networks? And also in terms of his practice, what has he had to consider? So not just like, okay, what, you know, what are the positive benefits that he's helping to create, and how is he helping to positively draw attention to these injustices? How is, you know, how did he go about that, and how does he see that continuing? So yeah, I think it's a great, there's so many
great, yeah. And I guess one of the wonderful benefits about streaming you know, live and versus face-to-face event is actually you have the opportunity to bring in people that they're so far away, you know, like in South Africa, and actually all three of the guests, they coming from different parts of the world, so that's really incredible, and they're all joining in that evening. It's like, wow, it's great. So we do have also Nita Satam, who she also contributes to the Pulitzer Center. She's got amazing experience as well, also award-winning as Marco. And Nita works a lot around in environmental justice. So would be really interesting to hear her experiences as well. And then also Julia Wang. She's a Los Angeles-based photographer who she shot images during the COVID pandemic through a glass window of her car. And I think the view of it, she specifically looked at the area of Skid Row, which is one of the poorest area in Los Angeles. And I think her work is so simple, but yet so layered and strong. Just looking at these images of this, you know, like vision of people during the pandemic, they still living on the streets and still having the social injustices still there, but probably more acutely so during these very grave times. So it's very powerful work. All three photographers are really, you know, showcasing, I mean, very powerful and very important, I would say, work. Yeah.
Well, and quite broad.
Sure.
Actually. You've got a really broad spectrum, haven't you? And lots of different aspects, lots of different cultural heritage with that. Yeah, and also relevant, because I know that there's like a sense of normality has returned, but we still are, you know, COVID is still out there, things are only slowly getting back to normal. It's very, very different paces for different people. Yeah, and like you said, even though it's sad that we can't all be in a room, actually we can all get together on Zoom and make it really exciting, and it gives people such a great opportunity to ask different questions and get people in that otherwise may have been out of scope to invite to the UK for a physical event. So I think you've done amazingly well at getting them. So
thank you.
Well done. How long, for people that don't know, how long is the event? So it's on the 28th of July. What time does it start, and also how long does it go on for, do you think?
It starts at 6:30 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, okay.
Out there. And it tends to go for 2 hours on a live format. Having said that, it's, you know, like we quite informal on that. It could go a little bit longer or a bit less, but around that time, yeah.
Okay, amazing. And I think that you speak to people for about 15-20 minutes, don't you? So that gives a really good opportunity for them to introduce their work, and they'll show their work presumably. So we'll all have the opportunity to actually, if we haven't already, see the photography that they are producing. So if you're unfamiliar with that, the option is there.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it's a very valid. I mean, the format, it's even if it's in some ways as a structure informal, but it's also very informal. So it's a really great way for anyone to join in and ask questions and be involved in any way. Yeah, so it's really a great opportunity for us photographers and photojournalists in the community to support each other and ask questions and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a really good community, isn't it? And I think actually that's the nights just allow that to kind of become stronger, and people to ask questions, and obviously ask questions of each other as well, and just have general discussions. I mean, that's you know, you don't count on that from Zoom because there's a chat box so people can chat to each other. Okay, cool. So everyone, so what we'll do is we'll follow up this chat with links to everyone's work. You know, just a reminder of everything that's going on. So if you haven't seen any of the posts, head over to the grid and have a look, and we'll continue to promote that. But yeah, essentially next week on the 28th at 6:30 p.m. UK time. So next, obviously, which I'm really excited about, which actually went on because I've not been with you guys, the Photojournalism Hub, for a huge amount of time. So this goes on a lot longer than I anticipated, which I think is fantastic because it offers such a wide opportunity for so much of the community to get involved. But the call out that we've got at the moment for people to submit their own work associated with injustices and inequalities. So I know that it's kind of, there are so many, aren't there? So particularly now, obviously, like you said, some are gaining more attention and some are more prevalent because of COVID. So actually we're kind of, well, the Photojournalism Hub are making an active call, aren't they, for photojournalists and documentary photographers to submit their photographs, which kind of ends in this huge event in autumn, and then we've got like intervals and stuff planned. So yeah, I don't know, tell us a bit about that, and also maybe what made you decide to do this, or how long it's been happening, and maybe even speak about some of the work that's been submitted already, because I know we've had some amazing amazing work submitted already.
Well, yeah, thank you. Yes, definitely it's a very long standing and very long process, this whole call. It has different steps. It's called Injustice and Inequalities through COVID-19. It actually sprang up with the idea we are witnessing, you know, disregard for basic human rights. Yeah. Everywhere, not just in UK, in every continent. We have restricted access to basic health care. Those people that there is actually problems with government transparency. There is poverty, which has been deepened. There is no financial protection, as we, you know, it's really loads of things have come up, but they were already existing. Yeah, it's just some of them they've just been laid bare because of the pandemic. Yeah. And certainly most of them they have widened through the pandemic. So it just I think with these thoughts in mind, that's what I would like to do through the Photojournalism Hub, something about, you know, how can we have the community, and not just the community, just in general, everyone, to be involved into have these conversations and actually perhaps lead into something more meaningful. Yeah. So it's such a vast subject, and I know that. So we thought to have an ongoing call. So every month, at the end of the month, it's like the deadline for the new submissions. Open to everyone. It's not just some photographers. It's journalists. It's can be poets or anyone that has something to say.
It's not just visual. It's
no. It's also yes.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, the only remit that obviously has to respond to the topic, and it has to have in mind that we are talking about social justice. And so it's a bit like a preemptive kind of action where we just like have all the analysis coming in from different people, and through the course over the months, and what we hope it will lead to in November. We will have like a stop to it, or a pause to it, but we have all the work that has been collected, and then we could sit down and discuss and invite those people that have more understanding in maybe on legal way or whatever format, but also to try to invite those people that they are stakeholders. So like, come, have a look. This is what we have. This is what in the last few months we've been finding out. Try to get them in and to involve them in this conversation. Sorry, I would say conversations about all the things that are happening around us. After this event, which we think it will be a weekend long, so with different actions, like different talks and so forth. Yes, we would have then a dossier with both the work that has been produced plus the whatever conversations have come up from all the stakeholders. And then from that, perhaps start to create a much more targeted call to action, whether it's like just simply a call, to the government, or or whether it is simply just a statement, so almost like a manifesto, like this is what we found out, but actually have a much targeted call for action. I know we are not actually, we are not, the Photojournalism Hub, hasn't got the power to make changes in that sense.
Wow.
We are definitely, but we hope to be a springboard or a for a driving force or leverage for making those changes to happen,
Yeah,
So
I think you're right. I think I was going to say you say that you're not the Photojournalism Hub may not be able to make changes. I think that this is such a large. This isn't just a call for, like, there's been a lot of calls for work and stuff. It's not just oh, show us your work. This is so much more than that. It's let's get involved in the community. Like this one, it really excites me, this event, because it's such a huge, it's actually, we've got so many layers to it, and this is one of the reasons I wanted to, I thought it was a good idea that we discussed it and shared it with the community, because it's an opportunity for people to submit work and get their work seen, but also for individuals on the ground to help create that change, because then every time that stuff is submitted at the end of each month, and then you say, like, we're going to take a pause, a bit of an interval, we're going to talk more to those photographers, we're going to give them the opportunity to share more about their work, share more about their passions, more about the injustices that they see happening and how they want to create change, and then take this even further by actually putting that into a manifesto and putting that into a weekend event, which forces people that can make change at the top, and gets the right people involved, to actually use all of this material, photographic, written, sound, video, whatever it is, to actually move that forward. So it's kind of a really, it's just such a huge thing. It's so exciting. It's amazing, and I think that it's it's such a great opportunity for people to get involved. And I really like the interval. So I think you're going to be maybe too hard on yourself, saying like, oh, maybe we can't create change, but I think we can. And I think that's what's great about it, is the individual can create change. And also, again, it's a really good opportunity for people to talk about their own work and the things that are affecting them, because that's how we learn about this stuff, right? Like everyone coming together and saying, well, in my neighborhood or in my area of the world, or people are exposed to different things, aren't they? So have you had Have we had, I know that we work on different things as we go through the Photojournalism Hub, but have you seen, and you've obviously been working with it a lot longer than I have you seen like anything specific that's really jumped out? Or has there been anything that kind of, have you been really motivated, for example, by the submittals that you're getting, and like, yes, we're doing this and this is creating, you know?
Yeah, I think all the work that we have received is definitely valid and, you know, like strong and
Oh, we've just lost her for a bit. I don't know if that's me.
yeah, social basis work. Um, I would say that there is quite few of the projects that look at those people that were forced to, well, forced because, in brackets, because of economic reasons, or even just because of their, you know, the status, whether they are migrants or refugees, undocumented, or so forth. They have been had to work, or they have, you know, they haven't had any sort of protection during the pandemic. So this is coming up quite strongly, and quite few of the submissions, and interestingly in different parts of the world. So it's something that is definitely happening pretty much, I wouldn't say everywhere, but many places for sure. But then we do also have some wonderful work which is looking at also at those people that never had to, they have given a lot of aid and support, even where there was not enough support on the ground. So like helping others by, because of the lack of the infrastructure for helping the others. So that's, you know, like wonderful in some ways, but also again it expose those injustice of not having enough, you know, resources in some places. So that's something else too. Yes, I would say. You know, all the work is being sent through has had, you know, wonderful statement, important statement, I would say, on the existent, you know, situations everywhere. I also wanted to say that, and I forgot because I forgot before, that coming up in August, from the 4th to the 12th, we have a small pause where we are already going to show some of the projects being submitted, and we're going to do that regularly every 2-3 months. We're going to show them in like a week-long, you know, where we invite. Yes. So from the 4th to the 12th August, we're inviting some of those photographers or journalists that have already submit work to come, even in a platform like us, like in the mini talk we're having today, to come and, you know, just to talk, to have a chance and a way to again engage with, you know, what they're working on, and to let everyone know about what their work and the important social justice issue that they are documenting.
Okay, cool. So I suppose.
So yes.
It sounds really good. I suppose we could talk all day, but it's probably time we wrapped it up. I think we've been half an hour almost. Okay, cool. So yeah, I suppose it just goes to say, like, thank you. Like, I'm really,
thank you.
No, not at all. And I think, like, I suppose you'd echo what I say in terms of everybody get involved, send your work in, look out in August between the 4th and the 12th for those. We'll be having more mini talks, more highlights on the people that have already submitted work, and ultimately, like you said, taking a bit of an interval and looking at some of the injustices that are still taking place and giving us an opportunity to take stock and go, okay, what's going on here? And get involved. There'll be more information to follow on the Instagram platform, and as ever on the website and the blog, and the Facebook page I know is incredibly active. So Yeah, it's been really good. Thank you. I hope, guys, it's been really useful for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, don't forget to send us any questions if you've got any. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
There's anything else you want
Yes.
to say, Cinzia?
I just, just to, yes, the Photojournalism Hub is always open to anybody's involvement. So yeah, to give us a shout anytime. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, Cinzia. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.